Everyone please rise. Will the scouts come forward?
Pledge of allegiance. All scouts in scout uniform, scouts salute. All others, hands over heart.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Scout oath.
I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to be a law, to help other people at all times, keeping myself physically strong and to be awake and morally straight.
Two. Post the colors.
Boys are all having height problems.
Down to the seats.
Before we get started, please note where the exits are. Staircase is over where Kelly is standing. The elevator, if you need it, there's also exits this way. Better to know. Will our good friend, chaplain of Brookhaven Fire Department, and our representative from St. James Episcopal Church, please come forward, Jim Bass.
I think I might need this because I haven't laryngitis. The Lord be with you. It's supposed to say, and also with you.
And also.
So I get the blessing I give to you. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the leaders and the participants of this troop. We ask that you could continue to bless them and keep them safe. Keep them forever learning. In the last years since Troop 4 and Troop 9 have been around, we've had 61 Eagle Scouts. This makes number 62. It's one heck of a record. And it's all because our leaders and our boys work together to get the job done. We ask you continue blessing on the troop and their leaders. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Liam. Good to see you. Is this actually working?
No.
It doesn't sound like anything, right? It's off. It is off. Sorry, Jim. Wow, now you can hear me. Ooh, be careful. As Scoutmaster of Troop 4, I'd like to welcome everybody to Legal's Eagle Court of Honor. Today we're fortunate enough to have the opportunity to celebrate the attaining of the Eagle Liam Schuessler. Attaining of the rank for Liam Schuessler. At this time, I'd like to declare this Eagle ceremony officially open and introduce our Masters of Ceremony, Pete Scavo and Lex Mallon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, scouts and scouters.
It's off.
Can you hear me now? Scouting is no doubt one of the highest organizations in the world to foster the highest ideals of citizenship. It is little wonder then that so many of our nation's greatest leaders and some of their earliest leadership experiences in scouting. Now, scouting is changing, but one thing remains constant, and that is the total development from boyhood to manhood, depending on physical, mental, and moral growth expressed in the Scout Oath. The skills are so demanding, and the challenges are so great, that it's not surprising to learn that only 4% of all boys in scouting achieve the rank of Eagle each year. What does the Eagle Badge represent? It means that a scout has set a goal and worked to achieve that goal. The Eagle Scout Badge stands for the strength of character. The Eagle Scout Badge is a symbol of what a boy has done, but more important, it represents what the boy will be in the future as he grows to manhood. Troop 4 has had good leaders. We also have the interest and backing of a good committee, an interested community, the sponsorship by St. James Church, and most important, the parents, who have encouraged their sons' achievements along the trail. Let's give them all a deserving hand. At this time, I'd like to turn the microphone back over to our Scoutmaster, Angel.
This afternoon, we have the honor of recognizing one of our scouts for the rank of Eagle Scout. This is an important and serious matter. In full awareness of the challenges of these times, the parents and leaders of this candidate have labored long and faithfully to try and help them to develop alertness and to participate in good citizenship through scouting. Their efforts culminate this afternoon in the presentation of the Eagle Scout Badge. It is now time to introduce our Eagle candidate and his parents. Will Eagle Scout Adam Quick escort Eagle candidate Liam Schusler and his parents, Bill and Kelly, to their place of honor?
Please welcome Eagle Scout candidate Liam Schusler.
Step right my way.
I would now like to have our Eagle candidate come forward and give us a scout message, which I'm going to call the lighting of the Eagle Trail. Come forward. Better stand up there with me.
He's gonna give you some light in a minute.
Oh, I got mine. Still bait mine. When I became a Boy Scout, there was instilled within me something called the spirit of scouting. Like the yellow candle? It's hot. How about the yellow? It's supposed to burn. Make believe. This lighted candle symbols that scout spirit, because the spirit of scouting embodies the fine principles of the Scout Oath and Scout Law. It becomes a shining beacon and inspiration. Alone, this light may be feeble, but when multiplied by the millions of boys in scouting, it can become very powerful indeed. After a boy has entered scouting, the Scout Law that he has promised to obey is put into effect as occasion may demand. And so one by one, the symbols that stand for the parts of the Scout Law are lighted. There are 12 parts, all important and all meaningful. Each is a strong foundation stone on which the strong character is built. The Scout is trustworthy. Loyal. Helpful. A Scout is friendly. Courteous. And kind. The Scout is obedient. Cheerful. Thrifty. Scout is brave. Clean. And reverent. Finally, in the 3 points of the Scout Oath, we promise on our honor to do our best, to do our duty to God and our country. To help others by helping other people at all times. To keep ourselves, by keeping ourselves physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. You see now how the light from the spirit of scouting grows and becomes stronger. These in outline are the basic ideals of scouting to which each of us subscribes when he becomes a Boy Scout. The trail to Eagle has been long and hard, and at the same time joyous for our young men. Scouts of Troop 4 will now describe the various ranks achieved by our Eagle candidates. May I have the Scouts in the front row come forward and face the audience.
Nick, nice and loud.
My name is Nicholas Pico. I am a Scout. I understand and intend to live by the Scout Oath, law, motto, slogan, and athletic code. I will know the Scout's line, sign, salute, and hand
clap, and when to use them. name is Colin. I am the tenderfoot. My 3 points stand for the 3 parts of the Scout Oath. You find me on the Mariner's Compass, forever pointing the way to the North Star, and a safe journey in life. On my face are 2 stars representing truth and knowledge, a shield which is the emblem of a nation molded together in justice, and an eagle to guard the freedom of my land.
My name is Jesse. I am a 2nd class scout. The ends of my scrolls are turned up in the willing smile of the scout. On my face is our motto, be prepared, and suspended from me is the knot tied there to remind you of the slogan of the Boy Scouts of America, do a good turn daily.
My name is Frankie. I am the 1st class scout. I was 2nd class and I laid my course by the stars of truth and knowledge. I had a smile that I might be a friend to all and bound myself together with a nod of duty to others.
My name is Kenny. I am the star. Now that I can stand alone, I have earned the right to improvement on my own. To me goes the honor of choosing my field. Before me lies a horizon of endless opportunity.
My name is Peter. I am the last scout. I have shown that the world that scouting is in my heart. I have mastered the knowledge of subjects that will benefit my country and fellow men. I am ready to reach for my wings to fly.
My name is Adam. I am the Eagle Scout. It's been a long, hard, but wonderful road. I have mastered my goal with deep humility. I now stand as a representative of the best that scouting can accomplish in the lives of boys. May I now pass on to my younger brothers the knowledge that I have learned along my trail to Eagle.
It is only right and proper that we have made a careful review of all the qualifications for this Eagle candidate. In order that all may understand the completeness of our review, we have asked our Troop Committee Chair to report on the qualifications of our candidate. At this time, I would like to reintroduce Mr. Lex Mellon, our Committee Chair.
The first consideration in reviewing our candidate was Scout spirit. In studying the character development of this young man, we found that he has satisfactorily put into daily practical use the principles of Scout Oath and Scout Law. We believe he is qualified with Scout spirit for the Eagle Badge, and that he will continue these habits of character in the future. Another important consideration for the Eagle rank is Scout participation. Just look at the pictures up there. The Board of Review has carefully studied the record of our candidate in developing leadership through participation in the meetings, hikes, conservation, and other service projects of his Scout unit, as well as in school and community activities. We have found in this candidate a maturing capacity and willingness to exert leadership in activities that are constructive and worthwhile. We declare him qualified in Scout participation for the Eagle Scout rank. The last subject for review for the rank of Eagle Scout is Scout crafts. We verified his proficiency in the various crafts and skills prescribed for the Eagle rank. This candidate has presented a record of at least 21 merit badges earned, and they've been carefully checked. Qualified merit badge counselors certify that these merit badges and the Eagle Board of Review has found them to be qualified in the field of Scoutcraft for the Eagle Scout rank. At this time, I would like to ask Troop 4 Eagle Scout Adam Quick to read the Eagle charge.
Would Would all the Eagle Scouts in the audience please come forward and retrieve a candle as you join us for the Eagle Charge. Will the Eagle candidate please stand? I have the honor to give you the Eagle Scout Charge on this occasion of your elevation to the highest award in Scouting. The Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history. You have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America as being worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievements. Your position, as you will know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are marked men. As an Eagle Scout, you assumed the solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to your country, and to your fellow Scouts, as well as to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. America has many good things to give you and your children after you, but these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of our citizens. Our country has had a great past. You can help make the future even greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow men. So live and serve with those who know you will be inspired to find your living. We have too many who will use their strength and their brains to exploit others and to gain selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence to God. And whatever others may do, you will leave behind you a record of which every other Scout may be justly proud. Your conduct along the trail has been excellent. You will re-educate yourselves to the principles of Scouting, but one more thing is important: your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other Scouts. You become an example in your community. Remember that your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility would reflect not only on you, but also on your fellow Eagles and all of Scouting. The torch you carry is not only yours, but it is also ours. When you pledge yourselves on your sacred word of honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout. Liam, you will now rededicate yourself by repeating the Scout Oath. Repeat it slowly as you stand before the 3 lighted candles representing the 3 parts of the Scout Oath.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout law, and to help other people at all times. Keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
All Eagle Scouts may return to their seats. Will Troop 4's Assistant Scoutmaster Joe Balone please come forward?
We will now confer upon you the award of Eagle Scout. However, I am sure you will agree that some special people should be accorded the privilege of standing with you and, in some measure, sharing these high honors. Eagle candidate, please escort your parents to the podium. It is with distinct honor and pleasure that we present you with the Eagle Award. We will now ask your mother to pin the Eagle patch and ribbon on your shirt. All right over there. card if you want. Remember, you're the parent. Okay. In addition to making Eagle, Liam has earned a bronze and gold palm for additional merit badges and leadership beyond what's required for Eagle. No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice and helpfulness from the parents of these Eagle Scouts, which have led us to this afternoon. They have offered advice, encouragement, and guidance through your scouting years. As a symbol of what these parents have made possible, the court now asks Liam to present to his parents the Eagle Parents Pin. Eagle Scout Liam, it's customary that you also give your mother an eagle kiss and your father an eagle hug. Please don't break anything. That's please. I now ask that Bill and Kelly present their son with the Eagle Scout certificate and personal letter from the Chief Scout Executive of the Boy Scouts of America. Last but not least, we have the presentation of the Mentor's Pin by our new Eagle Scout. Typically, the Eagle will present the Mentor Pin to the person who served as his mentor as he went along the Eagle Trail. Yeah, you can return a few seats.
So the script just mentions the mentor pins, but I actually had a couple of pins I'd like to hand out. So the first pin I'd like to give is to my grandma. Grandma has been hugely supportive of me throughout my entire life. She's rooted for me every step of the way, and it even served as a sponsor for my confirmation. My grandma has always been there for me, which is why I'd like to present her with this grandparent pin. Will she please come up? And although he cannot make it here today, I would like to give a shout out to my grandfather. I gave him his pin in person, but he's been a huge support throughout my life. The next person I'd like to thank is our troop's one and only committee chair, Mr. Mallon. Mr. Mallon has been in the troop since I joined, having been an active leader since 2003. He was the first Troop 4 Eagle Scout and has remained active all this time. And without him, the troop likely wouldn't be around anymore. He's always worked very hard for us as a leader. He was there at every camp out and meeting, always showing up early to make sure everything was set up perfectly. He's always devoted so much time to us in the troop, which is why I'd like to present him with a thank you pin. Would you please come up? Up next is Mrs. Slowinski. Ms. Slowinski has been the Scoutmaster of our troop for over 6 years and has worked incredibly hard at her job. She's always worked tirelessly to be sure that we can have fun and exciting meetings, even getting us several new meeting places during COVID when the school was no longer able to host us. Ms. Slowinski always makes sure to include everyone, making sure they have a role in whatever is going on. Her enthusiasm for scouting is what keeps our troop moving, which is what I'd like to present her with a thank you pin. Would she please come up? Now I would like to thank Mr. Scavo. Mr. Scavo is the District Advancement Chair for the Trailblazer District, yet he always finds time to help our troop. He has vast knowledge of scouting and is extremely helpful with the Trail to Eagle. He let me use his woodshop to prefabricate the lumber for my project, and even found the time to show up to the actual construction, taking pictures and donating me extra materials. He was a huge help with my project, and so I'd like to present him with my final thank you pin. Would he please come up? The last person I'd like to thank today, but certainly not least, is Mr. Newbeck. Between his help with coaching me on the project and serving as my counselor for several different Eagle Required Merit Badges, Mr. Newbeck was an incredible help on the road to Eagle. If it weren't for him, I likely would never have made Eagle, which is why I'd like to present him with this mentor pin. Would he please come up? That's all my thank yous very much. I'd now like to pass the microphone to Mr. Balone.
We'd like to thank the Elks Club of Patchogue for the Eagle Kits. By virtue of your earning the Eagle Award, you're now eligible to become a member of the National Eagle Scout Association. Fail not your fellow Eagles, for your responsibilities are now greater than before, as you go forward in life, receiving other honors and awards. Always remember this afternoon when you became an Eagle Scout. Will Eagle Scout Lex Mallon come forward and conduct our swearing-in ceremony? Scouts and Scouters at attention, please.
Will everyone in the audience please rise too? Liam, I challenge you to enter this Eagle privilege, holding ever before you, without reservation, the ideals of honor and service by the repetition of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members. You will become an Eagle Scout through the words you use. You will become an Eagle Scout through the words you use are similar to those by which you joined scouting. They will mean more now than they could have meant at any time in your past. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the words which close the Declaration of Independence. Raise your right hand in the Scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligation and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. With the help of God, I will do my best to make my training an example, my rank and my influence count strongly for better scouting and for better citizenship. in my truth
in my truth
and in my community
and in my community
and in my contacts with other people.
and in my contacts with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
Nope. Keep that on. See nobody's got it.
By the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, I now pronounce you Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken remain graven in your hearts forever. Congratulations to our new Eagle Scout, William Schussler. Everybody please be seated. We are now honored to have with us this afternoon some outstanding citizens of our community and country who have taken the time to join us on this special occasion. I would now like to introduce Mr. Eric Powers, the Director of SEED.
All right, thank you for allowing me a chance to speak, and let me congratulate you all, Liam and family, with this great honor. Good job. I'm Eric Powers. I represent SEED, and we've had several Eagle Scout projects conducted over at the property. The first one was such a critical thing. Like, each one of these fills such an important role in how our nonprofit is functioning, how our nature center progresses. The very first one was giving us access to our front door. The bricks were crumbling. It was a hazard to walk in and out, and now we have a wheelchair accessible ramp up to our front door. It was the very first project done on the site, and it was done by an Eagle Scout. So I really appreciate everything you guys do. But it was really quite impressive to see you working on your Eagle Scout project there, building and everything. But what I was impressed most about were the snacks. And there was an amazing array of food and drink, and it was a whole operation going on there with assembly, an assembly area, an installation area. It was a whole operation going on. It was really impressive to see. And obviously this was this functions as our trailhead, our main assembly area when school groups arrive. It gives them a place to arrive and assemble. In the base of many of these were raised beds, and out of there we have built. We put in amazing soil, organic soil and stuff, and we have been growing stuff in there, and that gives us a chance to use these things that we're growing for additional programs. And the first thing we built, or first thing we grew, were birdhouse gourds. And from these, we can do several different things. We can make birdhouses. Did you know that our purple martins in the area really only nest in man-made purple martin gourds like this? So we need to grow more and put more gourds up for our feathered friends there. We can also do instruments using these. This is a traditional African shekere, and also used in a lot of Latin music as well. We have herbs growing in there, and I put a sprig of thyme grown from your raised bed out on the tables here. If you want to give it a smell, it is amazing, and it's even life-saving, because we were having one of our first movie nights there, and somebody had an asthma attack, and they reached for their inhaler, and it was empty, and we were on the verge of having to call, well, I guess the people that are in this house here. We were just about to call the ambulance, and I remembered in some of my herbal training, I'm like, thyme. And I've got some growing right over here. So I grabbed a handful, we crushed it up, and we actually stopped his asthma attack using stuff that we grew in your beds. And it wouldn't have been there if you didn't do that. So it's just been amazing stuff. We can, the things that we're growing there right now in your beds are strawberries that survive the winter. The kids love picking that. Nettle, which is an amazing medicinal plant. And so many other things. It's also an assembly area for kids, so it kind of gives the semblance that there's walls around you, but you're in the middle of it, so it kind of helps us corral our rambunctious kids. And then most importantly, it gives us some information boards in there where we can give warnings about whatever, ticks and poison ivy, the upcoming happenings, at Seed, and even gives us a board for educational materials. So on behalf of Seed and all the people that you've saved the life of now, and and so many other people that come to the grounds of Seed and use it, thank you very much for choosing Seed to put up your Eagle project. And I see several others here that we're working on their Eagle project too. So call me soon. And we got to talk. But thank you guys so much. If you are interested, we have, in doing an Eagle project, we have many, many other opportunities for you guys. So thank you so much.
Next we have Mr. James Connelly on behalf of Town Councilman Michael Lagercio.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. My name is James. I am here on behalf of Town Councilman Michael Lagercio. He could not make it this afternoon. William, he asked me to send his regards. He congratulates you on this great achievement. And on behalf of Brookhaven Town Supervisor Ed Romaine, Town Councilman Michael Lagercio, and the members of the town board, and on behalf of Brookhaven's half a million residents, we hereby present to you a proclamation, and we're declaring the April 15th of 2023 William T. Schuessler Day in the town of Brookhaven. Congratulations.
Next we have Mr. Joe DiStefano, Assemblyman, also representing Senator Dean Murray.
Good afternoon. Those of you who don't know me, I am Assemblyman Joe DiStefano. This is the 3rd Assembly District. I'm so proud to say that my constituents who live in Medford, where I live, I'm glad to be here on their behalf and doing this on behalf of the 19 million people in the state of New York. But I don't have a proclamation for today making it in New York State Day. I'm sorry about that. But I wouldn't miss the opportunity to recognize such a tremendous feat. I sit there listening to the entire ceremony, and what came to my mind, and there's probably 1,000 words that would actually identify what this is about. But to me, pride, sacrifice, and commitment, that's in my mind. I know there's many others that there's the Boy Scouts recognize and things like that. But those are the 3 things that come to mind when I think about the commitment, the pride, and the sacrifice that these gentlemen do to become Eagle Scouts. Think about that. So on behalf of the state, I want to just leave you with 2 quotes, and I think this kind of sums it up. I don't want to take up, because the only thing standing between you and dinner is us, so I want to make sure we get through that. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. That's from Winston Churchill. So think about that, and think about the participation and what give and take that we go through in society. If it wasn't for these kids doing what we're doing, think about what's going on in the world today, what's going on in our country, what's going on in our state. These kids are sacrificing their time and the things they could be doing with their friends and other things to make an example of what it takes to do this job. And I listened to the whole thing, and I gotta tell you, that is so impressive what you guys do to become Eagle Scouts. The last one I'm gonna read, and this one is from President Gerald Ford. It says, "The 3 great principles which Scouting encourages: self-discipline, teamwork, moral and patriotic values, and the building blocks of character. By working for these principles, those who belong to and support the Boy Scouts of America add greatly to the vitality of our society and the future well-being of its people." That says it all, in my opinion. So on behalf of Senator Murray, who obviously is not here, today's a crazy Saturday, and the other elected official who's here is going to tell you exactly the same thing. We're going from event to event. I'd like to present these citations on behalf of the state of New York and its 19 million people to William and his family for raising such a great individual. And thank you to the parents that push these kids to do these things, because without them, who knows where we'd be. So thank you very much for allowing me to speak and for recognizing William for a great job that he's done.
Mr. Jim Vaz, representing St. James Episcopal Church.
Liam, front center. Military. Military. You're gonna hear that word again. On behalf of the charter organization that goes to this church, I present this citation to you, and these are the pocket money. Congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Mr. Jim Mazzarella, Suffolk County Legislator.
Good afternoon. As Assemblyman DiStefano said, you have quite a schedule today, but we're also fortunate because we get to do so many of these. And you would think after a while they get boring, and they don't. And I'll tell you why, because every Eagle Scout does special things, they do different things, they come from different walks of life, and they also aspire to have different futures and in different areas. So, and as the case in Liam, I looked at your bio. You're going on to do some great things over at University of Hartford, and be a future engineer. It's fantastic. Again, just recognizing all of your patches, they all represent a certain number of hours. And when you calculate the number of patches by the number of hours, you know that there's hard work. Eagle Scouts do have a lot in common. Some of them mentioned by the Assemblyman, but I think one that we always have to remember is overachievers. They are all overachievers because in order to get here, you need to overachieve. It's not an easy thing. But it does start with family. So mom and dad, congratulations raising such a great young man. And I know that a lot of what Liam has been able to do starts at home. But it also comes from the truth and the leadership of the truth. And you all work very hard and put a lot of hours into getting these fine gentlemen to where they need to be in order to achieve this rank. And very quickly, I just want to give a shout out to Ranger Eric. Again, we go to a lot of these, and projects are done everywhere. They're done at schools, they're done at parks, they're done at beaches. And me personally, this is the first time I've been at one where the person from where the project was done actually came to say thank you and to show some of the fruits of the labor that was done. So Ranger Eric, thank you for being here. Steve does a lot of great work. I'm so happy to hear that you are continuing to ask more scouts to come and do more projects, because we all know that there's a lot of work that's required to run that building and run those properties, but it's an amazing place, and I think it's great that you came here to share that with us all. And again, Liam, I know that you're going to be a future leader, and we need future leaders. I want to wish you all the best in your engineering career at Hartford. It's a great school. I know you're a percussionist. I visited there with my daughter. She's a violinist. She didn't end up going there, but you're going to be able to actually practice some of your craft as a musician there if you do so, if you want to. Because I don't know if that's your plan, but they have some good music programs there as well. So I want to wish you the best of everything. There also is a proclamation here from the county. I'm not going to compare the number of people in the county, the number of people in the town, the number of people in the state, but just so you know, there is a proclamation here from Suffolk County, signed from myself, Legislator Mazzarella in the 3rd District. And again, good luck and congratulations.
Do we have any other dignitaries here who would like to make a proclamation, or? Okay, then I guess I'm the last one. As the chairman of the Suffolk County Boy Scouts of America Council Trailblazer District Advancement Committee, it is my responsibility to oversee all of the Eagle Scout proposals. Along with my committee, one of our people in the back, Sue Beck, we review all the projects for make sure that they are acceptable for an Eagle Scout rank project. And on behalf of the committee, I have a certificate for Liam. And we have a banner. Signed by the Eagle Scouts of the district. This is the third banner. So we filled up two prior to this one. This one's getting pretty full. At this time, Liam, I'd like you to add your name to the list. Anywhere you want on there, you put your name, today's date, and your troop number. Congratulations. The time has come now to hear from our newest Eagle Scout. Liam.
I won't be too long. I'm sure you guys are all as hungry as I am, so. Yeah. But for real, I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for coming today. I've been working on this accomplishment for many years, and it's only through your support that I was able to succeed in this monumental achievement. Each person in this room has been a positive influence and helped me become an Eagle Scout, even when I didn't think it was going to happen. I truly appreciate everything you guys have done to help me. That's really one of the special things about being a Scout. When you start off in Scouts, it's just another fun after-school activity. But over the years, you grow to realize that Scouting is also shaping who you are as a person, and the people in Scouts with you are there to help and support you. I may not have known it at first, but Scouting has had a huge influence over the course of my life. Firstly, it's really allowed me to grow as a person. Before I joined Scouting back in first grade, I was a very energetic kid who was a little mischievous and didn't have a lot of places to use my energy. Joining Scouts both taught me how to be the best kid I could be, as well as giving me a place I could have fun. When I joined Scouts, simple things like learning the Scout Oath and the Scout Law made me really think about being a better person. The Cub Scout motto was simple: do your best. Those three words made me think about being a better person, and although this didn't happen overnight, as I stayed in Scouting, the influences it had on my morals were clear. It's also taught me a lot of great skills being in Scouting. When I first joined, I was mainly just excited to be able to run around the woods with my friends. I wasn't really looking forward to learning all the stuff. But as I stayed in Scouts longer and longer, we started learning cooler and cooler things at both meetings and campouts. That's not even talking about the merit badges either, because every summer I was looking forward to taking classes at camp to earn them. The content of the badges varied drastically, and a few of them weren't that exciting, like pulp and paper guys, but as a whole, they taught me a lot of important life skills. Cooking taught me how to make sure you're safe with food, and then how to cook in the woods and while camping, in a kitchen. And then wilderness survival taught you how to survive in the wilderness, kind of like the name suggests. Personal fitness and personal management both taught me the importance of being responsible to myself. And first aid taught me skills I could use to help others in their time of need. All these skills are incredibly useful and should serve to help me later in life. Although, again, personally, that lean-to for wilderness survival wasn't the best, so I'm gonna hope I don't ever need to rely on those skills. Right. Finally, Scouting has helped me by allowing me to meet some of my best friends. When I first joined Scouting, I was a pretty shy kid who didn't like sports and didn't really talk to my classmates all that much. But once I joined Scouts, I met more kids from my school and other schools in the district. We got to bond over the fun activities we did and all the cool things we were learning. I ended up even eventually asking some of my closest friends from outside Scouting, Harry Yablon and Peter Steininger, to end up joining the troops so they could do all the cool stuff we were doing. Several of these friendships have lasted into the present day. Overall, throughout my life, I've worked hard in school and Scouts, and I've definitely believed it paid off. I was accepted at every college I applied to and was given amazing scholarships. I don't know if that would have happened if I didn't have the discipline, skills, and support that I gained through Scouting. Although college and whatever comes afterwards may seem daunting, I should be able to overcome it all thanks to what I've experienced through scouting.